So we are now doing a live stream presenting to you Pananalig. This is part of the program we call Ministerial Hula. So some of my Homanas are who came to my halau simply because of the spirituality that they have seen when I am doing hula. So part of the inspiration is really very spiritual, and I like it when they describe that my hula is spiritual, and so they are very much welcome to learn from me, and I'm able to teach them also this one. Hula is not hula unless it communicates. It's not just a dance. Hula is an expression. It's a language in itself. And through the message, we communicate through our hand movements. There is a message in the song. The song transmits the oral message. And it is communicated through a dance. And the dance tells something about the message of the song. Some say it's interpretative. It could be, yes, but it should not be treated like interpretative dancing. Simply you are dancing for the sake of dancing. In hula, you are dancing simply because you need to communicate a message. So that is the most important point here. Now, some people who came to my halau, they got attracted because of the videos that I am presenting, which are mostly spiritual in nature. So, this is spiritual because the halau's beginning started from spirituality. So, unlike any other halau, because other halau, they started simply because they are rooted also on spirituality, but they are rooted from older generations, and then the next generation adopted everything that they learned from one generation until it passed on to present generation. Na mine, as I explained in Kamaway, I explained this in another video, the video explaining about the origin of the halau, which is the Kaway Lehua, that it started from nothing because it started from really a spiritual discovery. It started from a belief that it's rooted from faith in God. So without God, this halau will not be made possible, and without, I think, His blessings, I will not be able to inspire people to join the halau. So that is the inspiration. Now, most of Haumana, those who studied hula with me, lately I discovered that they have background in ministering. I also have a background because I am a graduate of, I studied theology. I am a graduate of pastoral sociology, and I used to teach in the university. I used to teach theology and sociology. So not only in the college level, but also in the masteral level. And there was a time that I even coordinate a master's in pastoral ministry program at San Carlos in the Philippines before. So that's for the background. Just in case you might be thinking, am I qualified to teach? Of course, I was a professor, okay? So, and I used to work in a graduate school. And so now as a humu, I'd like to hone this into training my haumana. So not just training them in the skills of dancing, but particularly in the spirituality. So I think my haumana also knows very well our the spirituality of the halau, because especially the 4 hulas that is required of them to master. Okay, and now this one was specifically chosen by my haumana, especially those who ministers, because not only because the melody is good, but also the message is good. Like as I was saying, hula is not hula if the dance do not communicate. I'd like to explain this. We amplify the mission of the halau to express it that our spirit, the spirit behind the movement, the spirit behind this halau is the spirit of aloha. The spirit of aloha or love, the spirit of aloha, which is Hawaiian. And I think the most common phenomena that could easily understood by anyone, I think all of you will agree with me, is love. It's very easy to understand what love is all about, okay? Love and aloha. So aloha is love, but it is more than love, okay? So next, the second one is that the spirit is aloha, and the inspiration, what inspiring this, what gives this life of what we are doing, is Christ. So that's the rootedness of our spirituality. It's Christ. So Christ, as known as in Hawaiian culture as the Kamawai Pulani. So Kamawai Pulani, explain to you about Kamawai Pulani. Kama comes from the word child. Lani comes from the Lani means heavenly, the heavens. Po means righteous. And then Y means water, which is very important in the Hawaiian culture because water is life. So combining all these four words, we come up with Kamawai Pulani, which means the Son of the Heavenly One. So if we look at it in Christianity, this is no other than but Christ. So the inspiration is Christian, okay, but a different Christianity. So, and this is being discovered in my discussions with my haumana. So they know what it is, based also on my belief, based on my conviction. So, and also I make known to them that I also believe in the Hawaiian gods and goddesses, okay, but I also believe in Christ. So we try to dialogue and be able to express this through the hula that we do. So one hula that I will be teaching you here is Pananalig. Pananalig is not a Hawaiian song, okay? This is a Tagalog song. And this one is sung during the Mass, okay? Actually, in communion. So, thus it destroys being Hawaiians. But as I said, the spirit behind is aloha. And aloha is a universal language. And without depriving its Hawaiian identity. And yet, because my first language is Tagalog, it is more easy for me to communicate these Hawaiian values of aloha in the language that I'll be able to communicate. Likewise, many of my Haumanas are Filipinos. I speak Tagalog. Tagalog is my first language. But I'm learning to speak Hawaiian, which is the language of my great-grandmother. What we're going to do now, in learning this song, is to let you listen to the song while I'll be dancing to this song. And then later on, we break this down into verses, explaining to you the meaning of each hand movements. Because as I was saying, we are communicating when we dance. So, it's difficult to communicate if we do not know the lyrics. So, we have to know the lyrics, we have to understand the lyrics so that when we move our hands, it would be easy to tell the story about the song. Okay? So, listen to the song. Listen to the song.
Kailan pa man sa puso kong umiibig,
This mine.
Walang nananahimik,
None could prevail
kundi yaong
except the one
pananalig
who has faith
sa sinta
to this endeared love.
iniibig. Hindi ka man
I might have lost sight of you,
masilayan at init mo'y maglaho ng
and the warmth of your embrace is gone.
Pag-ibig ko sa'yo
But my love for you
at katapatan
and my faithfulness
mananatili
endures forever.
kailan pa man. Bawat
Every person gets lonely.
tao'y nalulumbay.
Every person gets weary.
Di mapalagay hanggat hindi
This heart is restless until it finds rest in you,
sa puso mo
in the warmth of your bosoms.
dalisay. Hindi ka
I might have lost sight of you,
masilayan at init mo'y maglaho ng tuluyan.
but the warmth of your embrace may seem has gone.
Pag-ibig ko sa'yo
But my love for you, my faithfulness,
tapatan mananatili
endures forever.
kailan pa man. Hindi ka man masilayan at init mo'y maglaho ng tuluyan. Pag-ibig ko sa'yo at katapatan mananatili kailan pa man. Mananatili kailan pa man sa puso ko.
Okay, breaking it down.
Walang nananahimik.
Okay, sa puso kong umiibig, which means, sa puso means heart, okay? Umiibig means loving, in love, okay? So, we do it by putting our hands on our chest as a sign of sign of heart. So, sa pusong umiibig. So, you just do it like this. It's like caressing your heart. Put it there. And then, umiibig, love. The sign of love is like this. Okay? Walang nananaig. Nothing could beat. Something like that. Or, there's a translation too. Nothing could, what's this? Let's do it again. So sa puso, this heart of mine, this heart of mine,
Walang nananahimik,
none could prevail could prevail. None could prevail. Nothing can beat. The meaning is the same. So, none usually, in Hawaiian, when you say none, some things, their hand movement is like that. None. Or just one hand. None. None is like this. Wala. Wala. Or in Filipino, but in Tagalog, we do it like this. Okay? So it's up to you how to be doing this. But I think for aesthetic reason, we are using it like this so that the hand movements looks good. So we'll do it like this. Walang nananaig, and then we stretch out our hands. Stretch on as far as you can. And then bring it back. Okay? Now let's do again. And then, when you are communicating, so you also intend to send a message. Of course, you intend to send a message, but this is not your message. The message is in the song. So it will be impossible for you to send a message if you do not understand the song. So when you do this hula, you try to internalize the meaning of the song. This heart of mine. So let's do it again. This heart of mine that is loving. This heart of mine. Nothing. And take time. None could prevail. But the one. Except the one. Except the one.
Pananalig.
Was except, so you put your hands here, except the one. Who is the one? Because our intention is to tell that this message is the one who is faithful, is God. So your hands shows up to him because him is there. Okay, so it's easy to easy to understand that you refer to God when you look up to the sky and put your hands up like this. Okay, and then bring it back. The one who has faith. Now, so you bring your hands together to express faith, to express faithfulness. Ganun din. Anyway, wait. What are you guys saying? Hello, hi Bob. Hi Bob. Okay, I said hi Bob, huh? How are you? Okay. So let's now do this again, okay? And then just sit down. This heart of mine. This heart of mine. None could prevail. Except the one. Was to this endeared love. Sa sintang iniibig. So, except the one who has faith in this love. So, love again is here. Okay. Sa pusong umiibig. Walang nananaig, kundi yaong nananalig sa sintang umiibig. Okay, so let's do it again now in English. This heart of mine in love, nothing could prevail except the one who has faith in this love. Okay? Now let's do it again from the start. And then the love. This heart of mine. sight of you. Okay, how to do this. So, hindi ka man, hindi means, hindi is without. It's like without seeing you. So, again, nothing without, the meaning, the sign is like this, right? Nothing. So, nothing. And then, because nothing is seen. So, hindi ka man masilayan. Masilayan means looking or seeing. I cannot even see you. So, if you cannot see him, then you put your hands here. Now, what I'm doing this is doing hula hands, okay? Some of you might just want to do it like this, which is okay, especially for men. But if you want to do the hula hands, doing it like this and then waving it this, it can also be done like that. Now for you doing the hula hands, you have to practice it. So it's like caressing your hair, but it's a lot of practice. And then to make it more, flexible, doing this, if this is your first time, it will be quite difficult for you. Now, when doing your hula hands, all your fingers should be close together, okay? Actually, the pressure is not on this finger, but on this finger. You relax on these fingers, relax this. These two fingers are the ones who will be making a movement. So it makes a movement like this. So see, it's this one and this one is relaxed. These three fingers are relaxed. The one that should be moving is the middle and the ring finger. And you practice this. Most men cannot do this. You can just do it like this. It's okay. Okay? But women are advised to be doing the hula hands so that you can communicate more. Okay, so I am more flexible, and because as a kumu, I should also be doing this in order for many of my female haumana be able to do their hula hands. If I will not be doing hula hands, they might not be able to do this, okay, because I have many female haumana in my halau. Okay, and some of my men, masculine haumanas, and they cannot do the hula hands, so it's okay with me. As I even told them, they don't have to wave their fingers. This is more particular for women, okay? So so again, I might not have seen you. I may missed you, something like that, or I could not see you. That's the meaning. Or I could not feel your presence, but your love. And when you do this, and the warmth of your embrace seems to be gone. So gone, you move it like this, okay? It's gone. So let's do that again. From the top.
Sa
puso, your hands.
puso kong umiibig.
This heart of mine.
Wala
Not to prevail.
Kundi
Except the one.
Pananalig
Sign of faith.
sa sinta
To the one you love.
dear love iniibig.
Nothing.
Hindi ka man
And put your hands here.
I might have lost
Sight of you. Lost sight.
At
Lost
init mo'y
the warmth.
maglaho ng
The warmth of love is gone.
Pag-ibig ko
But
sa'yo
my love for you
at katabanan
and my faithfulness
mananatili
endures forever.
kailan pa man.
Okay, this one. So, mananatili means is staying. So when you stay, you stretch out your hands and bring your hands here to show a movement from that side going to you. That side going to you, okay? This, because mananatili is to stay. You to stay here in my heart. You to stay here in my heart. Kailan pa man is forevermore. So, the sign of forevermore, you move your hands, wave it towards the sky, okay? And then wave it back and forth from left to right, okay? Back and forth from right to left to right. It's good I have this. So where my leaves are on my right side. So this is my right side. By the way, there's a meaning to this. If you put your flower on your left side, it is telling people that you are already married or you are in a relationship. But if it's on the right side, that means you are single and you are available. So mine is on the right side. Okay, so guys, I'm available. Guys only. Okay. Now, so I might, it's, so this is the meaning of the song. I may not see you, I might not recognize you, or I may not experience the warmth of your embrace. It may seem to be gone, but your love stays here, always, forever. So this tells about the love of God, okay? So, because sometimes it is true that we may not be aware when we have so much problem, we cannot see Him. When we are so confused, we cannot feel the warmth. We cannot feel God's presence. It seems that God abandoned us. But in reality, He is there. The love of God is for us. And that love always stay there. Will never leave you. His love, His faithfulness is forever. Remember the story about footprints in the sand? This song is another expression of that footprints in the sand. The faithfulness of the father who is walking with his child. So while two of them started the journey in the sand, you can see two footprints, right? And then as they walk along, then the child there was only one footprint. Then he asked, why on this moment there's only one set of footprint? She thought that he was abandoned. And then the one who owns that footprint told him no. It's because I was the one walking on that sand and I was carrying you. You are not abandoned because you are in my bosom. So that is the story of this one. So you might not just for a while. When you feel God's intense love, at the moment when you feel abandoned but He's not, so He's there. Always this realization makes me cry, you know. It's a beautiful experience when you do it and you can feel that. And yet He is there. His love for you is real. And His faithfulness, He will never abandon you. That's the beauty of telling a story without preaching. You tell the story that's coming from your heart. Let's do it again.
Sa puso kong umiibig,
This heart of mine,
walang nananahimik,
not to prevail,
kundi yaong
except the one
pananalig
who has faith
sa sinta
to this endeared love.
Iniibig, hindi ka man
I might have lost sight of you,
masilayan at init mo'y maglaho ng
and the warmth of your embrace is gone.
tuluyan. Pag-ibig ko sa'yo
But my love for you
at katapatan
and my faithfulness
mananatili
endures forever.
kailan pa man.
Bawat tao, every person gets lonely.
Tao'y
Then you put your hands here to show Every
nalulungkot
person
at
gets weary.
di mapalagay hanggat hindi
This heart is restless
nahihigit
until it finds rest in you,
The restlessness of heart. You put it like this.
puso mo
in the warmth of your bosoms.
dalisay hindi
And then we
ka
go again from the refrain.
I might have lost sight of you,
masilayan at init mo'y nananatili
Let's do it again.
endures forever.
kailan pa man.
So on the next stanza, it says bawat tao. So usually when we do hula noho or standing hula, you do it like this, you know. So now you just move your hands in a circular fashion to show, and then pointing out to the people. So you look at the people. Bawat tao, every person ay nalulumbay. Every person experience loneliness. Okay? Nalulumbay. Maybe the express. You do this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So let's do this again. Okay?
Bawat
Every person gets
Circular motion, pointing to the people.
tao'y nalulumbay
Every person gets weary.
di mapalagay hanggat hindi
This heart is restless
nahihigit
until it finds rest in you,
sa puso mo
in the warmth of your bosoms.
dalisay.
So we are saying here, so bawat tao, every person gets lonely. So every person is restless and it cannot find rest. You do it like this, a symbol of restlessness of the heart. It couldn't find rest. His heart is restless. And it finds rest only when it finds rest in you. The rest in the love of God. And then we go again from the refrain. Hindi ka man, you may not notice him. You might not have felt his love. So we go to the refrain again. So let's do that again and then do the refrain.
Mananatili
Endures forever.
kailan paman.
Bawat tao.
Bawat
Every person gets lonely.
tao'y nalulumbay.
Every person gets weary.
And your eyes go down.
Mapalagay hanggat hindi
This heart is restless
nahihintay
until it finds rest in you.
sa puso
And then you look
In the
to
warmth of your bottom.
dalisay hindi ka
I might have lost sight of you.
masilayan at init mo'y maglaho ng tuluyan.
By the warmth of your embrace, may sins have gone.
Pag-ibig ko sa'yo
But my love for you, my
and
faithfulness,
his faithfulness.
mananatili
endures
kailan pa man. Hindi ka man masilayan at init mo'y maglaho ng tuluyan. Pag-ibig ko sa'yo
Katapatan,
mananatili kailan pa man. Mananatili kailan pa man.
Now let's go from the top, okay?
Puso kong umiibig,
this heart of mine,
walang nananahimik,
not to prevail,
kundi yaong
except the one
pananalig
who has faith
sa sinta
to this endeared love.
iniibig. Hindi ka man
I might have lost sight of you.
masilayan at init mo'y maglaho ng
And the warmth of your embrace is
tuluyan. Pag-ibig ko sa'yo
But my love for you
at katapatan
and my faithfulness
mananatili
endures forever.
kailan pa man. Bawat
Every person gets lonely.
tao'y nalulumbay.
Every person gets weary.
Di mapalagay hanggat hindi
This heart is restless
nahihintay
until it finds rest in you.
sa puso mo.
In the warmth of your bottom.
Dalisay hindi ka man
I might have lost sight of you.
masilayan at init ng
By the warmth of your
tuluyan,
embrace, my sins have gone.
pag-ibig ko sa'yo.
But my love for you,
At
my faithfulness,
katapatan mananatili
endures forever.
kailan pa man. Hindi ka man masilayan, at init mo'y maglaho ng tuluyan. Pag-ibig ko sa'yo at katapatan mananatili kailan pa man. Mananatili kailan pa man.
Okay, that's all, folks. And good night.